All right, so we are now outside, and what you guys are seeing on my car for the first part of the test is you're seeing a natural light without any filters on. And I'm not saying it's properly exposed. I'm basically using an f-stop of 8.0, so I'm not really using my 2.8. So I'm losing the crispiness, and at the same time, um, I have my exposure at the base ISO of 800 for Cine EI. So I'm gonna basically pop on the first filter, which is gonna be the Breakthrough Photography X4 CPL. And then, so I'm gonna pop on my CPL filter from Breakthrough. That is a X4 CPL. And we are gonna see. So I'm basically, so for the first test, I'm gonna start with my Breakthrough Photography X4 CPL Scott B270, okay, which is the the CPL we unboxed. So that is right there. I'm actually going to show you guys real quick. Okay, so with that CPL, we are going to pop it on, okay, and we are going to see what it can do for us when it comes to the glare. Okay, so you guys see what it looks like now. So now I'm going to pop it on, and I'm going to get it screwed on. Okay, so I got it screwed on. Okay, and now it's nice and tight. So now, remember we said we are going to use this CPL to reduce glare. Right now we see glare on my car. When we look to the right section of my car, where my turning wheel is, you can tell there is a lot of exposure on that end. So, and there's a lot of reflection, and it's not even sunny today, right? So we are going to use a CPL to control that, okay? And we are going to start adjusting, okay? And look at that. So you tell me from the first test that I did, comparing this Breakthrough with the Hoya, you tell me which one gave me the cleanest result. I think I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. I feel like the Hoya, yes, it did get rid of it. It did do a good job getting rid of the glare. However, man, I got planes out here. However, the Hoya was a bit more too dark for my taste, and it didn't give me the cleanest look for me to see what exactly is in the car. And actually, you can actually see through my car to the grass on the other side. That is some detail that the Hoya didn't give me, right? So I think I like what I am seeing based on this. And again, I haven't even pushed it too far. This is just me pushing it to a level that I think is satisfactory. Okay, and boom, that looks very good to me. Okay, so that is what the CPL alone does on my car. Okay, so to continue pushing this to the limit, we are gonna pop on the first VND filter from NiSi to also see what we can achieve with it. Right now, we are not in bright conditions right now, so it's not gonna make any sense. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my my f-stop from f8.0 to maybe, let's say, something like maybe an f3.0 or something like that, and it's going to make it very, very, very bright. Let's actually go all the way to f2.8, and f2.8 is kind of just going to make it look overexposed, right? So now we're going to use the VND, the first VND filter to control that. Okay, so I'm going to get the first VND filter from NiSi, which is going to be the VND Vario 1 to 5 stop. Okay, so that is this one right here. Okay, that is that. Okay, so now we're going to get that on. Let's see what it can do for us. Okay. Okay, so now we got that on. And basically, keep in mind, what we had was a very, 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 very bright exposure at 2.8. And now with the NiSi, what we are getting is blurring that background, and at the same time we're able to control the glare, right? So if I was to move it a little bit, okay, we see it's controlling the glare for us. Okay, look at that. It controls the glare for us, and we can still use the NiSi VND, okay, to allow more light or don't allow light, okay, to achieve the kind of results we want. Okay. Okay. And that's what we're achieving with the NiSi. All right. That looks so beautiful and that looks so clean. But let's just say that was not good enough for you, and you're like, okay, well, I need to block out more sunlight because it's too bright. Okay. So for that test, I'm gonna point the camera to the sky and we are gonna do that test. Okay. So bear with me here. Okay, so I'm gonna release it and we are gonna look at the sky. Okay, so now that we are looking at the sky, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit more. Okay, and we are gonna just keep it there. Okay. All right, good. Okay, so let's just say we are saying it's too bright for us, and let's just say it was way too bright and I couldn't control it and that kind of thing, and I'm like, okay, I need more control. Well, this is where you can say, okay, maybe I need that 4-stop ND to see if that can help me achieve that bright condition to block out more sunlight. Okay, so at that point you would then find the spot with the pen and basically just pop it on like I showed you. Okay. All right, so in this scenario, this is that right there. Okay, that is it right here. Okay, and we're gonna angle it in a way that we could get it on and pop it on. Okay. Okay, all right, so let's get it tightened. Okay. All right, so at this point, this is what we get if we say, hey, we need more light. Right now, keep in mind, this is only because it's not a sunny day. Okay, so you're not really seeing the impact. But let's just say for the sunny day, you'll really see it. And now let's just say I like this look, whether it's sunny or not. I can decide to what, go ahead and allow more sunlight through it. And at the same time, I can use my CPL to just control the bright colors and the blue sky by just adjusting just the CPL. Okay, and watch what that is gonna do. Okay, so this is me just adjusting the CPL without, you see that? Boom. Okay, that is just me adjusting the CPL. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so some of you guys may think there's a color shift, and that is probably somewhat true, but not really, because I'm not necessarily exposing the right way because it's not sunny out. I'm just trying to push it for you guys. Okay, so you guys kind of see what it does. Okay, but let's just say I really wanted to do the right thing. I don't need that 4-stop. Okay, so let's just say that gets put away, but at least you guys see what a 2-in-1 solution gives you. Okay, well, let's just say you don't like that look, it says the color shift is just too bad, whatever. Okay, at that point, go ahead and take it off. Okay, and that came off just like that. So then you can tell yourself, okay, well, that's good for me. Maybe it's too overexposed. Well, let me get it correct it a little bit. Okay, so at that point you can decide, hey, let me work on my f-stop. Okay, boom. Okay, so we work on your f-stop. Right now we are at F11. Okay, then now we can decide, okay, well, let's allow a little bit of light with our ND filter. Okay, and we can do that. Maybe it's too dark for us. We can decide, hey, let's allow some light through. Man, I got a lot of planes today. So right now F7.1. Okay, all right, and that gets me something usable. Okay, and again, I can adjust my ND as I want. And let's just say I want to darken the color still. I could still do that with my CPL. And that's what I'm doing, you see? Look at what my CPL is doing. Again, if you have a 2-in-1 solution that controls both, you can't really just do one. Okay, but look at what my CPL is able to do, right? It's able to darken it. Okay, and then I still have my VND to just mess with. Okay, so that is kind of the results you get. Okay, you tell me, do you like this method of 2-in-1 solution, or do you just want to get something like the Hoya 2-in-1 solution or some of the other brand 2-in-1 solution and just call it a day? I think I like this. It gives me more control. I don't like being limited to my dial or my ring, being able to just control both of it, and I really can't control the level of light I want coming through and the CPL separate. I just think it's tough. Okay, so I want you guys to let me know what you guys think about this workflow, and if you're interested in it. Again, it's the NiSi True Color VND. Okay, Swift system. Okay, and you can get a 1 to 9, which composes of the 1 to 5 when you are shooting in normal conditions, and then of course you add the 5 to 9 when you are in tough sunny conditions. So it's good to have both, and then you simply just add a CPL and you're good to go. I think I'm not much into filters anyway, so I think this is a good investment for me, and this is my first set of filters that I'm using, and I think based on my research and my test, this will do me good for the long run and should get me some very clean results. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's time with FX3 Multimedia. See you in the next tutorial. If you guys are enjoying these reviews and tutorials, please make sure to always comment, encourage me, tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do my best to get you guys some stuff. I'm using the FX3 with this setup, and I'm also using a Tamron 28 to 75 with this test. That is the G2 Tamron version, and I also have a Sigma 24mm prime and a Sigma 50mm prime, and those are my kit lens, and I'm pairing it with these filters to do some good work for some clients and for my workflow. So I hope this helps you guys to have an idea, whatever direction you want to go. I'm very much into into videography. Not much into photography because I do a lot more studio work and that kind of thing, and that's what works for me best. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Now for the last test, I'm going to point it to my neighborhood. I said I'm not going to do it, but I said I may do it and I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it now. So we are going to see the CPL and my VND, how it captures other stuff around me, so you guys kind of have an idea how it all works. Okay, so let's loosen it up a little bit and then let's kind of look around. Okay, so I have it loosened and I'm just going to go wide with this. Okay, and we can kind of see what it does. Okay, all right, so we can kind of see what it does. Okay, all right, again, if I wanted to do any kind of adjustment, again, I could ducking as I need, okay? And I don't have any glare situation, but look at that. It does me a good job. If I need to adjust a little bit, I can adjust as I need, okay? And it's pretty good, all right? So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick spin so you guys see. Okay, so for example, this tree, maybe it's a little too dark. You can decide to allow more light through and we get it in a more cleaner way, okay? And it does good. And then let's see the fence. Okay, so that's the fence. Okay, same thing. We can decide to deepen it a little bit, okay, or allow a little bit, okay, and that does a good job, okay, and that kind of thing. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Once again, this was a review of the NiSi VND Swift system, and also the Breakthrough Photography X4 CPL filter. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Have a good one. It's time with F4C Multimedia. Remain blessed.